kick off my shoes.
Yes, of course I've got fluffy socks on. It has been a long time. Lockdown, it's been a hoot. It's not as if there's been a world pandemic or anything going on, that there's a reason why I haven't been doing videos. No, I can't think of anything. I have been all over the place with lockdown. I've moved a few times because I left Dublin in the middle of COVID. I was back home, I'm now not back home. And do you know what I've realised through all this? How important the internet is for my job. Who would have thought as an online content creator that internet speed would be important? Not me. Insert Paul Rudd, not me meme here.
Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Not me. Never gets old. Yeah, I've realised that I really needed internet and a lot of other things that I've gone through periods now through lockdown. I think we all have, to be honest, where you want to be connected, you want to be online, you want to exist in the world, and other times where you want no connection to reality at all and to just leave the world alone because, quite frankly, the impending doom is enough for me to deal with without looking at anything more online news-wise or anything out there. It's been a hoot. Oh God, help me. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. So I've been thinking about lockdown and I haven't done a video in a while. I've been focused on doing other things outside of YouTube in terms of my comedy career here in Ireland and trying to work on more videos, pitches for shows. That's definitely the kind of area I'd love to get more into, to be able to create a show and act in it. I'd really love to get into more acting, and it's very difficult because I didn't study it. I feel I left it too late, and equally being in Ireland, I kind of wish I'd moved. And I'm still considering it. I would love to come to America. I'd love to get a visa. I'd love to move over there, and it's just such a tricky time. I need to sort out my life. I'm aware of that fact. But I want to do this video just to go through a few simple things that lockdown has taught me. And I think that we can hopefully all relate on. Okay, so this is just a list off the top of my head that I want to see if anyone else has felt that or realised that. Number 1, ordering packages is a great way to establish between days. It does. I used to figure out, because I wasn't leaving the house for 10 days in a row and not showering for 10 days either. You didn't hear that. I would just order packages, so I would know, well, I ordered a package on Monday, so that should be here by Wednesday, which must mean that today is Tuesday. Genius. Who needs a calendar anymore? I just need DHL. Number 2, honestly, my life can be described as a tapas of screens now. I mean, you take a break from looking at your phone screen to look at your laptop screen to look at your TV screen. It's all screens, baby. Just Screen Stafford. That's my name, as I said. It's wonderful. It's unreal. I'll take it. Number 3, what I realised, I surprisingly learned a lot about myself, and a lot more than I would have thought I would have in lockdown. And I say that as both a positive and a negative, because I think it allowed me to have more time alone, which can be difficult if you don't manage it correctly. And there was definitely periods where I struggled through lockdown where I was not using that time wisely and overthinking and going into a vicious circle. But when I actually take time now to reflect on things in my life and decisions I've made, I definitely understand myself a lot more as a person. And I don't think had lockdown not happened, I would have taken that proper time to think about myself or think about the way I interact with the world and why that is. That sounds very wanky. I don't mean it to. I just have found it truly positive and beneficial for that reason. And don't get me wrong, lockdown has been the most horrific time of my mental health. And I've seen myself go back into some of the darkest places I've been in throughout my whole experience with mental health because of lockdown. So it has definitely been both ends of that spectrum have I experienced throughout lockdown, but I do think it has helped me to slow down a bit as well, because I think before the pandemic I was in a severe rush of trying to get so much done at once and never taking a break. And I think lockdown forced the entire world to take a break, and I think definitely we've all experienced the worst side effects of that, but there have certainly been moments, I think we can all say, that we have found in some way beneficial. And that's not to again exclude the negative side, because oh baby, that's been there. But I have definitely found the last 18 months helpful to figure myself out a bit more. So yeah, take that, therapist. I don't need you anymore, I got me. No, please, I still need therapy. Which is another thing that I'm trying to now go back to get dialectical behavioural therapy, which is specific for people with borderline personality disorder, which I did get a diagnosis of. And the waiting list in Ireland is 4 months even to get a first initial assessment with a hospital to figure out what program and treatment will be available for you, which after that you're looking at another 4 to 5 months before they can place you on a treatment program. For so many people, that is just too long. And it has certainly been difficult for me to just accept that information. And in the meantime, just sit here thinking, when's those 4 months going to come along? It is tricky. And I think the pandemic has definitely affected all of our mental health. And in Ireland in particular, I can't speak for other countries, I dread to think the pressure the healthcare service is going to be on here to deal with people with mental health difficulties after the pandemic, because I personally know how bad it was before a pandemic. Before any lockdown COVID happened, I know how long waiting lists were and how dreadful treatment services were that were available. That's only going to worsen, and that terrifies me. It truly, truly terrifies me. But not wanting to make this video very negative, because as I said, I am talking about some of the positives that have come from lockdown and things that I've realised about myself. And moving on to number 4, another thing that the pandemic has taught me is I like being alone sometimes. I like binging on Netflix for 7 hours. Lock me up and throw away the key if that's the case, but I enjoy it. I've learned to like being alone more, because there was times in my life where I would dread that, and now I enjoy that time. And I equally enjoy more and appreciate far more than when I can go and have pints with all my friends, because now I know what it was like to not have that. So now when I get to do it, I'm like, this is even better. I can't believe I took this for granted, because this is one of the best feelings in the world. So it's been good for that too. And I feel like I should wrap this on number 5, because I feel I should have 5 solid reasons, and I'm struggling what my 5th reason is. This feels like a school essay now. You know when you come back after summer and they're like, write about what you did this summer. What else did lockdown teach me? Okay, I have it. Lockdown again has taught me to appreciate the ability to travel more, because when you have that taken away from you, you realise just how much you take it for granted. And I'm really looking forward to be able to safely travel somewhere in the future and plan a proper trip and journey, and I can't wait to do that when it is safe, because when you have it taken away, you realise how much you want that. And I was very fortunate, and just before all the lockdowns happened, I got to travel to America with the Tri Gang and have genuinely the best week of my entire life. Nothing will top that week. It was truly the most incredible experience, and I am not going to cry again. We're not going to do this again. Don't start, Stafford. Don't do it. Because I am. Anytime I think about it, I just get emotional, because it was such an amazing week, and I would love to plan a proper trip back to America. I want to plan that trip and figure out my career and life a bit more. As I said, I am trying to pitch and write TV pitches and shows and concepts. It's a very tricky one. It's a tricky one when you're in Ireland as well. Especially because, I have in my mind that I would like to pitch something that I could actually act in. I think that would be the best of both worlds, in the infamous words of Hannah Montana. I would love that. And it's very difficult in Ireland to get things like that produced, and it would be even more difficult for me to now move to America, where I know no one and am a no one. So I need to figure out my life a bit more. But it's definitely an area that I would like to veer into more so than sticking purely with stand-up. And as I've talked before in videos, I've always found stand-up a tricky one, that I've never fully enjoyed the experience of it. And I know from talking to people who do it and have done it for years, that that'll pass. You're just going through that initial nervous stage first. And I don't know if that's true, because I've been doing it almost 3 years now and still always feel that fear. I've never enjoyed it. When I get told I'm doing a gig, I'm terrified and feel sick in the build-up, weeks before that show, just freaking out and being nervous about it. And I feel far more comfortable acting in videos, acting in sketches, writing comedy to create on video form, and be in control fully of that piece of content that goes out, because I think with stand-up, anything can interfere with a performance. So I far prefer the idea of focusing more on acting and getting more into creating comedy for TV or movie. It's just a far harder world to break into when I have no idea what I'm doing. But hey, that is a bridge I will cross when I come to it. In a year now. Hopefully someday. Guys, that is just a video. I wanted to do just a little video to fucking say hello, because it's been How long since I've done a video? I know I'm very sporadic with it. I know I'm also very weird in that I will do a lot of short sketch videos and throw them out like 4 in a day, and then I'm gone for like a month. I'm like that uncle that's never in your life and then turns up 7 years later with birthday cards for the last 7 years. You're like, thanks, Pat. Who are you? But yeah, I did. I just want to say thank you all for all the subscribes, all the follows, all the comments, and all the love and support that you guys constantly give me. You're fucking amazing. And I hope you're all staying safe and well wherever you are in the world. And you're looking after yourself too. And I really hope you guys keep fucking looking after yourselves, alright? And I'll see you very soon for another video. Who knows what it'll be? That's the mystery of following Justine. That's just the mystery of following Justine. You never know what you're gonna get. Forrest Gump could have said, life is like Justine Stafford's YouTube. You never know what you're gonna get. And that's the Justine Stafford guarantee. See you very soon for the next video, and thank you for all being here. Legends. See you soon. Good luck. I'll play out on the fluffy sock.